Hey YouTube, I'm coming on tonight to talk to you about my experiences at Amazon. I know there's tons of videos out about people's experiences at Amazon, and they're real interesting. I've watched so many of them, but one more video can't hurt, right? So, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm in bed. And I'm trying to talk low because my daughter is in the front in her room sleep, and I don't want her to wake up, and I don't want her to hear me make this video. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you about, hopefully you can hear me, my experiences. First, the application that I put in, you automatically get hired. If you can pass a drug test or a background check, you automatically get hired, right? My application was long as the, you know what, you're filling out an I-9, you're filling out, it's a long ass application, and then you're taking a little test, also, and it was just set aside. If you're gonna if you're going to fill out an application for Amazon, you need to make sure you have time. I mean, it took me forever to fill out that darn application and to take that little test that they gave me online. So anyway, you automatically get hired. All right, my start date, actually, I supposed to have been receiving some documents. Like they told me I would receive some documents 48 to 24 hours before my start date. I never did get them. So I'm like, what's going on? So I finally found a number to Amazon and finally got in touch with someone. It was a 1-800 customer service representative, right? That's another thing. I live in Birmingham, Alabama, and you do not have a direct number to your site like I didn't. I didn't have somebody I could directly call and ask questions to. Everything was through emails, and you can email them and they won't email you back. But everything was basically through customer service, and these are people not even in your state. So half of the questions I was asking them, I was getting the incorrect answer. So I was like, dog, do y'all not have a number to the direct warehouse so I can contact someone there? They don't have it. I guess because it's just so many people that are hired through Amazon that they can't personally, they can't possibly, talk to each and every person about different, issues. So anyway, I didn't like that part about it. But anyway, so when it was my initial time to start, like I said, I didn't receive my information, my documents that I had to have before my start date. So when I finally got in touch with a representative, they told me the shift and the shift that I had applied for was not available. I'm like, what the hell? And so they was like, but you can go on the site and it drops they told me it drops every Friday and Sunday evening, different shifts. And then you can click on whatever shift that you like. Okay. So I was just like, I was just so confused. I was like, I really had my hopes up, ready to go to work on that Sunday. And then that happened. So there was one red flag. I was just like, okay, I don't have time to wait around to see if a shift is going to come available anytime soon. I need to be working now. Okay, because I was laid off at my job because of the coronavirus situation and everything. So I got another interview at a facility, and I started working there. Okay. So after I started working at that facility as a nursing assistant, um, Amazon contacted me and told me that it was a shift available. I need to accept it or withdraw my application if I'm not planning on staying employed with Amazon. So I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, I didn't think that a shift was going to come available that soon. So I canceled it because I was so unsure. Like, I just started this new job. Even though it's not paying me, like Amazon will be paying me, but I already started and I feel bad if I tell them, I got another job. I was just like, no, I'm gonna stick with, this right here. So, I cancel that one. And that way I can have them in limbo. Like if I do decide that I didn't like it at this place, I can still work for Amazon because I still have that option. So anyhow, long story short, I decided to go where the money was at. I went to Amazon. When I first got to Amazon, it was a huge warehouse. The warehouse is humongous. It's really, really, really big. Like no other I ever seen. I've worked in a warehouse before, but everything was different. Like it was different. It was different. Everything was kind of like not organized because a lot of people didn't know nothing. Um, but it was kind of like when you're walking in there, you had to walk this way. It's like you had to walk where the cones go. You can walk outside the cones, or they'll redirect you back in the cones. Everybody had to be 6 feet apart from each other. And how can you possibly be 6 feet apart from each other when it's hundreds of people work there, and you're trying to hurry up and clock in and go to break and stuff? So that wasn't possible. But I'm gonna get to the point. Okay. Anyhow. Is hot as the fuck in that place. Y'all, oh my God. It was so hot in this damn place. You basically better go there with a tank top on and some damn biking shorts. Seriously. I was wondering why the females there were dressed like, with these skin tight bikers on and these tank tops with their breasts half showing. I was like, what the hell? They're at work, put on some clothes. But baby, the work you're going to be doing, and as hot as that place is in there, because it ain't no air condition. No air condition, nothing but fans blowing hot ass heat around in that mother, you know what. Okay. Baby girl got to have some air, first of all. I have to have some air. Even in my own house right now, my air's on 70. So for me not to have no air condition, I was like, oh my God. The first day I wore my scrub pants and a thin light t-shirt. The next day I wore me some biking shorts and a tank top. Because you're going to be working. So you need something that's going to be comfortable and you need something thin. And that's what I wore because it was just, the heat was so unbearable in there. They give you 2 breaks. You get your first break. I worked from 7:15 until 5:45. But first they gave me a schedule of 6:30 to 6 o'clock. Right? Was it 6:30? Yeah. Yeah, 6:30. It was 6:30 to 6 o'clock. And then they end up changing it without me even knowing it. They had scheduled me from 7:15 until 5:45. So 7:15 and 5:45. Oh, I'm sorry. first started, I was working from 7:30 to 6. But then they ended up changing the time on me, and I didn't even know that. So I was getting not pointed, but they was taking some of my PTO time, deducting my PTO time because I was clocking in at 7:30 and leaving at 6 when they changed my hours to 7:15 to 5:45. I didn't even know that. Later found out they had changed my time, talking to a coworker. But anyway, they did that because that lessened so many people from trying to clock in at the same time, and they can have the 6 feet rule. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But if she wouldn't have told me that, I would never even known they had changed my time. Okay, that's one. It's hot as fuck in there. That's two. You working like a Hebrew slave. That's three. Did I say it's hot in there? Yeah, it's hot as the fuck in there. Um, ho- I'm sorry, this is gonna be a cussing video. I tried my best not to cuss, but I'm just speaking the real right now. It's a lot of black people working there, okay? I love my black people. I'm black, hey. But you already know when you have a whole bunch of it's gonna be ratchet. It was messy in there because there's a whole bunch of hating assholes that work there, bad body assholes that work there, hating on a bitch like me. Hey, what can I say? Had to check one bitch in there just the other day because she was eyeballing the fuck out of me, and she was eyeballing me since I started, and I just had enough and I had to check her ass. But I'm just like, $15 is not really all that great when I think about how hot it is in that place, the manual work you're gonna be doing, and dealing with backbiting assholes that work there. Okay, so my boss was cool. The guys are always cool. The guys were cool. It was just a few hating, females or whatever. It's nothing new. But I didn't mind so much as what I was doing. What I was doing, I was working on the what do you call it? Low end. I think that's what you call it. Where I was actually scanning the Gaylords, putting with a permanent marker the location that they're going to, and pulling the pallets when they take the Gaylords out, replacing the pallets and building Gaylords and putting them back in there. And sometimes I would use the pallet jack and take it to by the loading dock, and I would move the carts. And when you're consistently doing that, I'm telling you, making them Gaylords ain't no joke. They are so huge. And you sweat and you're hot and you're sticky. Oh, another thing is, I know this is all over the place, but I should have wrote this down in sequence, but here it is at 2 o'clock in the morning. Is real hot in there. So you have on a face mask. And that face mask, you cannot take it off or you will get in trouble. You better not let them catch you with it hanging over below your mouth, below your nose. They will say something to you about it. And so you wear these face masks all day for 10 hours. Okay, if you ain't used to wearing a face mask for 10 hours, then let me tell you what it did to me. It's a difference in wearing a face mask and you in some air condition. You in some air. But if you're wearing a face mask and you're in a place, in a warehouse with hundreds of people, that's another reason why it was so hot. You in there with hundreds of people, no air. You sweating, you sticky, you itchy. You can't see it. But I have like 3 or 4 bumps on my chin where I had started breaking out from them face masks because dirt, you sweat and you sticky, you hot. and it would start itching up under the face mask. You can't breathe with a face mask on, with no freaking air. Man, I felt like I was on a damn plantation. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? How does people stay here for months and years? I just don't see how they damn do it. You know what I'm saying? If I was younger, I probably could do it, but I just don't think I could because I'm not used to working in those kind of conditions. You know what I'm saying? So my face, this what did it for me. My face started breaking out. I was real hot. I was always sweaty. I couldn't no longer wear the face mask over my face. I mean, I was there for like 30 minutes and I was just drenched. It was just profusely sweating. And I would start itching, rubbing my face. And when I saw that my face was breaking out from that face mask, I asked my manager, I said, do y'all have any other kind of mask that y'all can give us? Because my face is breaking out from that. And he was like, oh no, it's from the wood and the boxes. They have a fungus on them. Yeah, they have a fungus on them, and it gets on your skin and it breaks you out, because it does me like that too. And he's a dark skinned dude, good looking dark skinned dude. I'm gonna show miss him. He was really cute, real sweet too. But anyway, he showed me his arm, and it was broke out. And like I said, he was dark complected, but I could still see where he had like whelps on his arm. But he really don't do no work. He just basically, like, he's like a supervisor. He tells us the work to do. But he basically was like, it's a fungus on the boxes and on the pallets, and it gets on your skin and causes you to break out. And he said, and don't dare touch your face with your gloves, because you got to wear gloves too. He said, because it will really break you out. I knew at first, I thought it was something biting me in that place, because I kept seeing bumps on me and stuff. And I was like, what the hell is in here? Like, what is biting me in here? I'm like, who done brought something up in here? You know what I'm saying? But all along, it was that wood and them pallets I was touching that was breaking me out. And then now my face breaking out. Oh, nigga. Oh, sorry about that. I'm like, oh, be pleased. I was like, oh, hell no. Once my face started breaking out, I was like, hell to the no. I was like, this ain't what time it is. So, yeah, you get 2 breaks, y'all. You get one break at 11 o'clock. Now, mind you, I get there at 7:15. My first break is at 11 o'clock to 11:30. That's lunch. After lunch, you don't get your next break to 3 o'clock. Oh, yeah, your lunch is only 30 minutes, too. Now, as big as that warehouse is, and as many people that drive to work there, you have to walk so far to get to your car. Because I don't eat in the break room. I go out to my car up under my air and be to myself. So it takes me at least 5 minutes to walk to my car, maybe 6 minutes, 7 minutes to walk to my car. So, that's some of your break gone already. You got to clock back in by 7. You got to clock back in by 11:30, okay? If you're not in by 11:30, they start docking your PTO time. Okay, so anyway, time go by just like that, because it take you forever to walk to your car. You eat, it's time to go back in. Your next break is at 3 o'clock, and it's for 30 minutes. And that's it. And then you go home at 6 o'clock or 5:45. Okay, so I'm going to tell you my last day there, which was today. I had redone my hair, as I had my hair in like a little bob style. And it was really cute, and I took it down and redid it, right? Mind you, today is Wednesday. I didn't go to work Tuesday, because when I got up out the bed, I was so tired on Tuesday. Every part of my body ached. I got out the bed and it just felt like my body was like just bricks. I could not even my legs felt so heavy. My it just felt like a ton was just on me, and I was like, oh my God, my whole body was sore. And I have taught aerobics and personal training for years. I'm very athletic. I'm a small girl. I'm real petite and small. I can handle manual labor, but you got to look at it. You're on steel floor. The floor is made of concrete, not steel. It's made of concrete, so that's not good for your back and your legs anyway. So yeah, when I woke up that Tuesday, I couldn't even stand up. So I politely went on A to Z, and I don't even know what I hit because I was still kind of asleep. I had hit took personal time or something, honey. I don't even know what it was, but I went to work today. I got there late because at this point I'm just like, F this job. I know it's good money, but this is just too much. It's just too much. If they had air in there, oh my God, if only they had air. If they had air in there, I probably would still be there. So I went in today, I wore a t-shirt, and tennis shoes and some like like leggings. Baby, I should have wore a tank top because, and I normally wear a tank top and tights. Hoes be looking at me crazy and shit like that. They be some hating ass bitches. So I said, well, I'm just gonna wear a t-shirt and my little tights because I ain't got time for these hoes to be looking at me crazy because I'm gonna end up having to smack one of these hoes and I'm gonna end up getting fired any damn way. So I said, I'm just gonna wear a damn t-shirt because I ain't got time for it. But I should not even gave a damn what they said or how they looked at me because it's so hot. You need to wear less as possible. Forget what people gonna say. You trying to be cool and comfortable. I wore a t-shirt. I wasn't even there 30 minutes. When I got there, I didn't have a scanner. So, of course, I had to build Gaylords. And when people pull their Gaylords, I had to put the pallets down and make the Gaylords and put the Gaylords on a pallet. Turn the hit the button so it can start back filling up with packages. That's a lot. Those Gaylords are humongous. And so I was just sweating profusely. I was sweating so bad I couldn't even control the sweat. I thought I was going to fall the fuck out. I was so freaking hot. Then my face started itching again with that damn mask on. My face started itching again. I was hot. Before I knew it, and y'all already know when you get hot. When you get hot, you have an attitude. You just, I don't know how anybody else is, but I know when I'm hot, I can't even think straight. I can't even concentrate. I handed that damn scanner. I eventually found a scanner. So I think I ended up swiping a scanner from the people from the other side to scan the boxes because I was like, I'm not going to be making no Gaylords all day, you know. So I made enough to fill up, but then I end up scanning the boxes because I have to switch it up. I can't just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. And making them Gaylords, you be sweating. It's hot. So I was like, forget this. I gave them enough Gaylords to work with. Now I'm finna just scan these boxes and put with a permanent marker the location where they go. Okay. Because to be honest with you, I'd rather, I think that's my dog. I would rather move the Gaylords with the pallet jack to the location because at least you can move around and get a little bit of relief from heat. But when you just constantly building Gaylords, pulling the pallet, replacing it with another pallet, you getting that stuff all on your hands, you itching, and you just burning up. So I was just like, oh, Anyway, so I ended up swiping a scanner from someone, and I was scanning the boxes. My manager told me to go on the other side to pull the cart. I hate fucking with those carts so bad because the wheels don't want to turn. They don't want to move. You got to turn them around a certain way. You got to pull them a certain way. Oh my God. I was already hot. So I was just like, come on, cart. You know, like you get on my nerves. I'm tired of dealing with this shit. I'm getting irritated because I'm hot. I'm sweaty. I'm too cute for this. And I just did my hair the day before. It's drenched. The dude asked me, he said, you okay? Because he saw me sweating so bad. He was like, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Child, I was not fine. I handed that printer to that boy and I said, here, get this to such and such. That's my supervisor. I said, I can't do this. I can't do this no more. And I walked out. Now, I lied to my daughter and told her that an 18-wheeler bagged up into the building and they sent everybody that work on that side home for the day because I just didn't want to disappoint her. She was already counting my checks, letting me know what she wanted when I got my money, this, that, the other. But I ended up snagging me another job the same day, honey. I came home, I made some phone calls, and I ended up getting another job. It's not paying as much as Amazon, but it is paying pretty good, and I will be up under the air, and I don't have to wear my mask 24/7, and I'm not going to be there for no 10 hours on no darn concrete floors. So this kind of job, I can see a younger person working at it, but like an older woman, a seasoned woman, unless you have one of the easy jobs in there, I just don't see how they'll last because it's so hot in there, it's no air, and it's like 90 some degrees outside in Birmingham, Alabama, and it's just as hot in those warehouses to me. And so you just never catch a break. You're so hot and everything is constant. Unless you become a learning ambassador and you just walk around telling people what to damn do, you know. And at first I thought I was going to end up being a learning ambassador because I'm like, if this ditzy broad is a learning ambassador, I know I can do it, you know. But then I was like, I wonder how long it took them to become that. And not only that, I'm not trying to stay here that long like that. I was like, forget this. This for younger people, because they have, you know, hey, they can deal with this, I guess. I don't see them really going there and staying for a long time, but definitely I would say older people, I don't think it's for them. It's a lot of strenuous work on a lot of strenuous activity on your body. And like I said, I'm physically active. And I was actually running circles around them young dudes in our department. I was actually kind of running my department. My manager had me kind of running the department. I felt so bad when I walked out the day. I didn't tell him bye or nothing. And I know he was like, I wonder what happened. Why she leave like that? Because I really had a little crush on him. He was so cute. But of course, I kept it professional. Like, I don't think he knew I had a crush on him or whatever. But anyway, it don't matter anyway. But he was a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He was a good professional dude. And I liked working for him and everything. I just can't work under those kind of conditions with no air. And I feel like in a warehouse with that many people, they need air conditioning. It don't make no sense that Amazon is a $1 billion company and they can't provide their employees with air when it's 95, 94 degrees outside and the humidity is like 100. Come on. Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, I can't do it. And I just couldn't do it. Like, I could not work and be hot and sweat profusely like that and concentrate on my job. I literally thought I was going to pass out. I was so freaking hot. I couldn't see because the sweat was dripping. It kept dripping in my eyes, dripping in my face. I kept having to wipe my face. And when you wiping your face, you got on them gloves and you got that wood on your clothes, and that's what broke my face out. And I was just like, I can't do this. I'm not built. I'm not built for this. So I walked out. And that's my Amazon story. Um, yeah, that's why they pay you so much, y'all. And they even pay people that work on Fridays and Saturdays, $7.50 an hour. But that's why they pay you so much, because they know that you working in there without air. They know it's a constant movement. You don't slow up. And they constantly checking on you, like they constantly coming up to you, asking you, let me scan your badge. Because if you're not signed in to one of those scanners, they want to know what you're doing, where you at. They want to make sure you're not hiding out in the bathroom, or you're, somewhere ducked off on your phone or something like that. So every now and then the manager will come around and scan your badge. And that's just to let the head people know that, you are performing, you are working, because they going to want they $15 out your ass, or $17.50 out your ass. Trust me, you gonna work for them $15 and 17 or $17.50. Believe you me. Unless you are an ambassador, and that's the only thing I can see, like an ambassador, and sometimes they even be pulling pallet jacks and working, but they don't work as hard as us, the people just coming on. So anyway, like I said, I don't know how long it takes to be a learning ambassador. I thought I can hang it out and stick with it, but I can't do that working in those kind of conditions with no air. I just couldn't do it. It's just too hot outside to get out your cool car under some air, walk 6 minutes to the building. You sweating already before you even get to the building. It's hot as hell outside. The humidity, you can't even hardly breathe. Then you walk up in a warehouse, and it's just as hot in the warehouse as it is outside. You can't catch a break. You can't get your break. But anyway, I did have a little fun while I was there. I met some cool people that I worked with. The guys were like my little brothers. They were cool. And I'm going to miss that manager. But he's going to go far, because as a matter of fact, he ended up kind of being from my neck of the woods where I grew up. And he's a little bit younger than me, but you could tell he was brought up with some good upbringing, you can tell. He's very intelligent, very articulate. He was just very respectable. I really liked him. As a manager, I really had a lot of respect for him. And I think eventually he will be like one of the head managers, because actually he kind of was working like up under the managers. He was a learning ambassador, but he was up there. He was like, they really respected him, and I could see him being promoted, and I hope he does, because he really deserves it. He was a sweet guy. But anyway, I rambled enough. Hopefully your experience won't be like mine, but I'm sorry to say that, a lot of warehouses do not have air conditioning, and that's going to be a problem right there. You don't think this is going to be a cakewalk where you go there and it's just going to be, you're going to be lollygagging, talking to people, going to the bathroom, every hour. It's not going down like that there. And so, yeah. So anyway, wherever you go and you don't have a college degree, and they starting you off with $15 an hour, $17.50 an hour, you best believe you're gonna work for that $15 an hour, $17.50 an hour. That's just the bottom line of it. That's about it. It was some other stuff too, but that wasn't important. While I was there, I was harassed by a manager that kept trying to talk to me. Yeah, but it's all type of stuff that you having to deal with working in a warehouse. But that's my story, and yeah. So anyway, y'all have a good night, and I just hope your experience is different than mine. I hope you enjoy it because 15, 17.50 an hour is really good money. Oh, one more last thing. I started on the 5th. I won't get my first paycheck to the 24th. So it's kind of like I had to be there for 3 whole weeks before I even got my first paycheck. And some are saying that it won't be nothing but a week pay, a week check on that paycheck, but some are saying it's gonna be 2 weeks on there. I don't know. Don't nobody have the answers. Don't nobody know nothing. And that's another thing. Don't nobody know nothing. So it's crazy. Their fulfillment center is kind of new out in Bessemer, Alabama. It's fairly new, but don't nobody really know anything exact. Everybody's telling you different stuff, so it's crazy. But yeah, I worked from the 5th up until today, and I haven't got a paycheck from Amazon yet. So, and one of the learning ambassadors told me that that was the same with him too. When he started, he didn't get his first paycheck till like 3 weeks after he had been there. And I'm like, wow. And so I was traveling a long way to get to work. I lived all the way across town, so that wasn't right down the street from me. So like that was gas and everything, and I still haven't received a paycheck. And also, I was getting told that I would get paid weekly, and then someone told me I'd get paid bi-weekly. Even when you call a 1-800 number, they don't really know the answer to nothing either because they're not stationed in Birmingham. They're a 1-800 number. They're somewhere else in another state. So they really can't tell you for real what's going on in your warehouse because a lot of warehouses, they're different. Because on other YouTube videos, I've seen people say that they got paid weekly. Well, we didn't get paid weekly. We was getting paid bi-weekly. And you will be there for like 3 weeks before you get your first paycheck. So that was some bullshit too. And I was real disappointed to find out that I wasn't gonna get paid weekly. Now, if I would have ended up getting paid weekly, I probably would have still been there. I probably would have tried to hang on in there. But because I'm getting paid bi-weekly and it's hot as hell and I have to wait a whole nother week to get my check, So anyway, that's it in a nutshell, y'all. And I'm about to try to take my ass back to bed because I actually have to go in the morning to do this drug test for my new job. And I'm excited. I'm gonna kind of miss Amazon. I'm gonna miss the people. They were so sweet to me. Yeah. I don't know. I think about I could have probably tried to stay there at least do 1 or 2 days instead of me just quitting altogether. And who knows, I could go back and just be like, I had a family emergency, I had to leave real quick, but I doubt it. I don't know. Who knows what the future holds, but anyway, y'all, I'm about to go to bed, and good night. And if you stay this long, then I appreciate you. Me rambling, I'm all over the place with this video, but I hope I hope the information that I provided will help you if you're thinking about working at Amazon. And hopefully your experience won't be my experience. But I've seen so many YouTube videos about Amazon, and baby, where there's smoke, there's fire. You better believe it. So, hey, that was my experience. Yours may be different. If you go to Amazon and some of the same things happen to you, don't say, I didn't tell you so. But good night, and y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.